This is why it's important that you can be a leader. You don't even necessarily have to be a good leader as long as you're capable of the responsibility of leadership. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the goals are. Doesn't matter the circumstance. That matters not so much. And this, in part, is one of the reasons our great military has such great soldiers, because they follow orders and directions, and they have no problem with repetition and practice and pain and mental stability and all that stuff prior to war, anyway. And they've been used as pawns, all of them, even the top brass. They're good because we instill leadership. When I say we, the government. And I'm not beating up the government, because the government is, well, it's comprised of people. And when you want to start breaking things down to the smallest measures, well, then these people, well, they have leaders too. Some of the people that you wouldn't think would have leaders have leaders. In fact, all the way up to us, not even a handful, one or two. One and two, the most influential people on the planet, because they've learned to have leadership instilled in their people. This is the natural pecking order. It's just the way it is. Not for any other reasons besides, well, they might be intelligent and they have kind of an edge on what most people have in our lives, because they don't get sick unless they want to. They could fake their deaths whenever they'd like and disappear without a problem. And they're privy to, they were born with the full plan for their lifetime. They're born that way because their parents were born that way. And see, that's going on for thousands of years. Thousands. And what are your family traditions? Do you even know? Are you sure? How far back can you date your family? Where did they come from? History has a lot to do with the future. That's why it's important. That's why it should be taught in grade schools like it used to be. However, even that's been manipulated to work in their favor. When I first heard the term the dumbing down of America, it clicked. And it's just, I feel at times that I'm just like the only one that knows about this stuff, or feels this way, or it's been in part the algorithm's fault. I plug into the old interweb about as much as anybody else does in a day, and I try to limit that. But when it just captivates you to the point where you can't. It's now an addiction, which is what it is for everyone. It's an easy addiction because nobody says it's bad. Those who do, you ignore them because you're an active addiction. So to put the phone down, it'd be a hard thing for me to do. And it's coming from somebody that fucking hates it. I fucking disapprove of their very existence, but I'm hooked, just like the next junkie. So I'm so glad I'm not on meds. I might need to be, but I'm glad I'm not. With that being said, later.